Hello everyone, welcome to the Posthumous investigation. The developers for this got in contact with me and I thought it looked really cool. I do love my cool noir aesthetic kind of things, and this apparently takes place in Rio de Janeiro in 1937, I want to say, which makes sense. So we're going to investigate. I believe it's also a time loop mystery, which is cool. But yeah, we're just doing the one video on this because I already have a few other things in progress currently. But this seemed really cool, so I wanted to cover it at least a little bit. I'm always happy to cover new indie games as they release. Now that my brain is a little bit better and more consistent at getting these videos out. To the worm that first gnawed at the cold flesh of my cadaver, I dedicate as a fond remembrance these posthumous memoirs. Rio de Janeiro, 1937.
I'm still wondering whether I should start this investigation from the beginning or the end. That is, with your case, or with my death. I believe there is an intersection between these two moments, just as there's a thin line between life and death, and that's precisely where we now stand. I won't reveal all the facts, as that would make you nothing more than a simple spectator. And we don't want that, do we? The paths that led me to my untimely downfall wind through crowded and rich streets, but also through filthy and shady places that drive visitors away. Just like this alley. This is where I took my last breath, and where the last traces of my passage through the world of the living lay. It is of utmost importance that you explore the crime scene thoroughly and gather all evidence. But first, we must awaken the detective. I mean, you.
Okay. Interesting. Somebody from beyond the veil just talking to me about this case? What? I don't know if I should do detective voice or not. What was that? Thought I heard something. Lack of work is making me crazy. Can't remember the last time I had a client. Only this involuntary free time is good for my head. Oh well, standing here won't change anything. I should check my mail. Maybe today is the day. I need to rush, though. My head's still a little foggy. In my line of work, optimism doesn't get you very far. Let's proceed without it, one step at a time. Controls. Interact, AD, cancel, left, right. Scroll dialogues, interact. That all makes sense to me. I may forget it in a second, but... okay. I'm already really liking the art. I like how our characters have, like, such a... you know, a 2D look and the, like, clear outline on the character. It kind of reminds me of, like, Paper Mario. Except the backgrounds are clearly, like, you know, just like an image or pre-rendered, rather. So it looks quite nice on them, and I feel like the, I feel like the grayscale kind of helps with that. I feel like they would clash a little bit more if, you know, there were a bunch of bright colors and stuff. So it really works for this. Window blinds. Streets are busier than usual. Lots of hustle and bustle down there. What the hell's going on? Yeah. I'm ready to explore. This is not right. This is better. Yeah, we gotta fix the scales. Is there some sort of symbolism to that the scales of justice were crooked and we just fixed them? Is that symbolism in my detective game? Let's see. Bills, taxes, fees, and this is definitely another... oh my, a letter. A real letter. Who was it from? Dear Mr. Detective, if you've received this letter, it's because I'm dead. Your participation in the story is essential to solve this mystery. Go to the place where my body was found and determine who is the author of this assault on my life. P.S. Don't worry. We both know there won't be any other jobs coming for you today, therefore consider yourself hired. Yours sincerely, Bras Cubas? I'm not totally sure how I would pronounce that, admittedly. Bras Cubas, because there's an accent over the A, but I'm trying to remember... I'm trying to think of words that had the accent over the A. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not totally sure how I would pronounce that. I'm uncultured in this particular aspect. This is my client. Is it really true that one of the most powerful tycoons in the city is in need of my services? Nice to wallow in the nasty disputes of the upper class, but... Wait a minute, it says here that he's dead. I'm intrigued. Does this mean this is a posthumous letter? Right. My employer is dead, at least I won't have to give him explanations. I'll investigate this my way, excellent. We also don't have any, like, guarantee that we're going to get paid for this. No more wasting time. I must find out where he died and begin this investigation. Yeah, I like this already. The animation and the art is really, really nice. And I'm into the idea. Suspects in the story will be shown here. Their silhouettes will be unveiled when their faces are known. Really die, or is it just a mean joke? This is a bullet point. New information on characters, items, or clues will be marked with an exclamation point. All discovered clues will be recorded here. Only certain suspects will have something relevant to say about each clue. Find out who they are. So this really reminds me of when I played the Seance of Blake Manor, Frog Detective, I suppose, Duck Detective. You know, a lot of games like that. And I love this kind of puzzle solving and gameplay. So this is cool. This is what really drew me into this. Find out who they are. Letters? Yeah, an enigmatic letter that was delivered to my door, putting me under a contract in which I had no participation, much less in writing the details, and worst of all, I had no money attached to it. Does anyone know who was near the crime scene? Does anyone who was near the crime scene have any info? My clues? Yeah. Really die, or is this just a mean joke? I mean, this would be quite a joke to play on a poor detective. Also, who do we have on our wall here? Is that like... It looks like... I'm not sure what any of them would look like, but it looks like a Socrates, Plato kind of thing, you know, Greek philosopher. You can do this, detective. Fresh air will do you good. Extra, extra! Tycoon is found dead in the alley. Buy it here, today's edition. Extra, extra, read all about it. Move away, no crowding this place. This area is now limited. Nothing to see here, you vultures. We already took the body away. Oh, you're crying. Oh God, why? The sorrow. How will I ever get over this pain? Alrighty. Well, well. Letter was telling the truth. We'll see. Need to get in that alley to find some clues. Run! Sprint! Nice. Trash can. Can is overflowing with trash. Nothing of the matter. One man's trash is another man's treasure, my ass. All I can think of now is also LA Noire. Just like, What's some of the various things? Sometimes you have to shake the tree to see what falls out, I think is one of the things Phelps just like randomly says, and inconclusive and not sure how this pertains to the case. There's so many just random objects you can pick up and fiddle with. Helena's Cafe. All I can think of is the MCR song, Helena. Sorry, just thinking of all the things. My brain's a mess today, excuse me. Clerk. I'm going to Helena's Cafe, sir. What would you like? I don't need anything else for the investigation at the moment. Later. Have a good day. What a weird thing to just walk into a shop. It really shows how weird video game characters can be. Confident Mister. Did you lose something, young man? No, I was just... In that case, get out of the way. Don't you know who I am? Okay, jackass. Jeez. Fine, I'm out. I'm out, okay? Hello. Taxi? Ooh, call taxi to get to other parts of the city, I guess? Attraction of the day. Midnight Club, 22 hours. Sophia Straw, meet and greet. Also reminds me, especially due to the 2D nature of it, there's like Later Alligator as well, and Backbone, although I think that had to have its name changed because there was like a whole thing with Backbone. Also, Backbone is a weird game. Apparently the club isn't open yet. Alright, let's go over here. Let's just huff it. Oh wait, political poster. Not against the strike. Wonder who put this here. Examine it. Lobo is against the workers' strike. Vote Lobo Neves. No, he's not voting for you. Yeah, screw you. Strikes are good. It's just people trying to get better, you know, pay and shit. Screw you. Yeah, you big like You're built like, that character that's built like a fridge in Spider-Man. The one that runs the gang or whatever. You know the one. People that are more educated than me. Hey, boss. How are we? I'm old. One day at a time, I guess. That's the confidence I expect from a detective. Do I know you? How you know I'm a detective? Wearing a coat in this heat. Which means either you ran away from Casa Verde, or you need people to believe you're an actual detective. Yeah, we're a gumshoe. But honestly, I'm in a bit of doubt now. Don't have time for this. Let's take a look at what's happening in the alley. Yeah, I can see a lot of people that like the detective kind of investigation games being really into this. Also, it has like an active like time is passing sort of thing as well, which is very cool. So very similar to Seance, Blake Manor in that regard, which I love. God's have mercy, I can't take this pain anymore. I'm sorry. Cops? There's a crime scene, young man. Move along, there's nothing here for you. Oi, Corporal Gambe, wait a second. Not how we do things, we have to figure out what he wants. May we help you, citizen? Is this where the homicide happened? This is where the homicide happened? It's police matters, son. Why do you think we will tell you anything? Maybe I can help. As if. How'd you find him? Someone report it? Anonymous report. Someone called the station and claimed there was a body here in the alley. As far as we know, the call came at about 5 in the morning. Sergeant, why are you telling him all this? As far as we know, he could be the culprit. Criminals always come back to the scene of the crime. This guy? Just my years of experience, Gombe. He's not our man. Thank you, Sergeant. So worn out. I doubt he could get it done. May I take a look? What do you think we are? Some sort of civil servants who attend to the needs of anyone who comes asking, regardless of who they are? Sounds like the precise description of the police. I love our detective already. You have to be in the force to cross this line. You see this badge on my chest? That's not easy to get. Cops don't get that much training, if we're gonna be real, for the things that they're expected to do. They need more training. Keeps falling off. You been here long? It's morning, early in the morning. Ugh. Officer must always keep vigilant, always ready to act. What did you find? Oh wait, in hell, I'm telling you, that's confidential information. Okay, so this is the bright-eyed, bushy-tailed cop. And this is the sergeant that's been in the scene for a long time and isn't taking it as seriously. Same thing you always find in every alley. Someone had some medicine boxes thanks to the pharmacy over there. The door leads right to the alley. Sergeant, that's confidential. The alley is full of trash. The buildings have doors that take you there. It's as confidential as the stories people tell Padre Cabral at the church nearby. Very funny, Sergeant. Have you considered becoming a comedian? Midnight Club keeps declining my performances, unfortunately. Now, young man, come here. My friend Gombe can't know I'm telling you this. But you're clearly interested in this alley. Been here a long time, my stomach's rumbling. How about we help each other out? Do I have to get you a donut? Go to Lena's Cafe and bring me a cheese bread. Best they have, and I'll consider helping you out. I could try. That's the spirit. Leave. I'm leaving. So get out. Okay, get out of here, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. It is interesting, too, because, once again, this also reminds me of, God, what was that called? Cabernet? The vampire, like, kind of, point-and-click adventure that I played. Not that you were actively doing investigations as much, although that was part of it, but you have, like, a schedule, and you have to optimize your time, which I always love that in games, where you can't do everything, so you have to, you know, there's actually a consequence to your choices, because when you can do everything, sometimes it's a little boring, and it doesn't encourage replay value, but in something like this, where it's like, oh, you might want to be like, oh, I'm gonna play through again to see what happens if I did that path instead, and things like that. And it's also really cool to see people work on a system that's, you know, kind of in-depth like this. Because, yeah, you have to make basically multiple paths through the game that someone can follow, so that they're not just locked out of things if they don't go to a certain place at a certain time, which can lead to vastly different playthroughs. Hello. I'm in Elena's Cafe, sir. What would you like? Cheese bread! That looks yummy. Yes. What would you like to pay, sir? Investigating Bras Cuba's death. Just put it on his tab and I'll settle it up soon. Alright. Here it is on Mr. Cubus's tab. I'm really surprised that worked. How does a dead man even have a tab? Looks good. I could go for some cheese bread. I don't need anything else for my investigation at the moment. Later. Have a good day. Tab. Items. All discovered items will be recorded here. Unlike the clues, you'll lose the items at the end of the day. Interesting. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Will it be enough to please the policeman? I do like how, not in my face the tutorial is, but it's doing a really good job of portraying everything. I also like how the UI looks. It's very stylized and neat. Aesthetically, I love everything this game is doing right now. Hello. Hello, ma'am. Hello. Having a rough day, so excuse me, please. Sorry. Sure you don't want to chat? Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not going to be the weirdo that's just bothering a lone woman sitting in a cafe. Alright, I'm out. Let's run. Alright, cop. I got your stupid bread. Here. Look who's back. What's the word, young man? Show item. Cheese bread. Confirm. Look what I got, officers. Anyone care for a cheese bread? Oh, don't mind if I do. It's exactly what I needed. No. No, so good. Where's mine? Quiet, Corporal. Young man, look, you seem to be interested in the scene of the crime. Very suspicious. This pretentious behavior is not suspicious. Scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. You have 1 hour to look around, capiche? You can just bribe cops with cheese bread, I mean... Not a shock, unfortunately. We'll look the other way. After that, you better move along. Yeah. Well, if I was gonna tamper with the crime scene, this is a massive mistake. You sure, Sergeant? Stay out of this, Corporal. Know what I'm doing. This cheese bread is so good it saved my day. I mean, it was. This is the scene of the crime. Not exactly a dignified place to meet your end. Look at this. There's Selena's Cafe. Some posters. Former singers past concert, the workers' strike. Wish private investigators were this organized. We're good at finding clues, but tracking each other down? Not so much. Maybe I'll join the workers' movement, why not? Hell yeah! Go for it. Ugh, someone really needs to clean this place up. Rats here must be on their 5th generation by now. I'll be crashing a family reunion, just look at them scrapping. Other than that, just boxes and boxes of cheap, low-quality medicine. Nothing worth much. The matchbox with a moon pictogram printed on it. Ooh, matchbooks. Yeah, I mean, if I learned anything from LA Noire, these are beacons of information for an investigator. Something written on the inside. Number 157. Seems important. Might be a code or something. Where's it from? Was it the victims? Well, it's also useful for just letting you know, what bar they hung out at, because usually the bars just had matchbooks and then they served as like a way to advertise, as I learned in LA Noire. So if you have a matchbook for them, you might know which bar they hung out at, so you can go ask the bartender some stuff. Old matchbox. It's labeled barely hanging together. On the inside, the numbers 157 were written in pen. Is this the shortest phone number in history? I mean, it wouldn't be the shortest phone number, because I think when phones were first invented, wasn't someone's phone number like 12 or something, or 6? So I can't investigate it anymore, because I would have thought, like, turn the thing down so you can see. I'm imagining it's from that club, the Midnight Club, considering it has a moon on it. The cheese bread to the policeman got me an hour in the alley. Checkmark on the bullet point means it's already been resolved. Okay, cool. It does a very good job of keeping all my tasks together, which is good for my ADHD brain. This is how the victim died, in this position. Can't even tell if they fell on their back or face. If they'd drawn the eyes, it'd make things a whole lot clearer. Dead rat? Looks like this rat died while foaming at the mouth. Looks like it's clutching a flask of something. Is it blaster? Empty labeled, flask labeled Posthumous plaster. Not just any plaster, it's a Posthumous plaster. I'm so sorry that I'm butchering that. Who knew our high society magnate fancied himself a pharmacist? Judging by this rat's fate, I wouldn't say he's a very good one. Whenever that poor thing drank, I'm steering clear of it. The trash cans? There's some trash cans. Wait, what's this? Doesn't seem to belong here. Unknown key. My god, that's incredibly ornate. This looks like something you would find in a Resident Evil game. Actually, I think the lion key is straight up a key in, like, RE1. Wonder if this belongs to the culprit or the victim. Could be anyone's. Better start asking around. I love the little animated rat over here. This is the pharmacy's back door. No, not going in there yet. I need to examine the outline. Oh wait. Oh wait, I already did. Okay, I just want to make sure. Just want to make sure that I did. Time's up, buddy. You can say goodbye to this alley now. No. We made the most of it, young man. Now go and don't come back. Yeah, actual consequences. These idiots are still here. I'll find another way. What? Sorry, I missed what you said. Get out of my way. You're bothering me. Okay, sorry. I do love when people have their own set schedules. This is always so cool, seeing this, you know, done in a game. More common now, but I remember playing, like, Radiata Stories for the first time and just being amazed. Be mistaken for ordinary medicine, were it not for the situation I found it in. Unknown key. So I lose this at the end of the day? If I don't use it? Oh god, okay, we need to find that then. Yeah. God, that's an awful seeing eye chart. My god, it's just like E's, M's, and like W's. And they all look exactly the same. Horrifying. Excuse me, mister, I'm looking for some information. About which medicine, my boy? Let me guess. No, actually... by the bags under your eyes, I bet you need a little, help sleeping. How's your sleep been lately? Sleep is not the issue here, and I don't even remember the last time I slept properly. Yeah, what PI in a video game sleeps well? You know? I've never seen one that sleeps well. Well then, my memory's the problem. Just the compound for your situation. Wait, you don't look like someone who came from medicine. What are you doing here? Investigating the death of the distinguished Mr. Posthumous. Distinguished? Right. You know the deceased? It's found in the alley by your pharmacy. That makes you a natural target of my investigation. I only knew him by the ear. A pharmacist always has a good ear. Alright, in that case, name and surname, please. Oh, Crispin Soares, at your disposal. Crispim. My disposal. Let's see about that. Your infallible ears, sir. You must have heard something weird last night. Sorry, I don't know anything. I was visiting my cousin, so... Where are you, of course. I even brought some chocolate eclairs from Helena's Cafe. They're our favorites. Alright, let's get to it. Interrogate. Like this? Mr. Crispin, what can you tell me about Posthumous? About Posthumous, why lad, nothing you can find out in any newspaper that you don't already know. My humble shop does attract many of Rio de Janeiro's figures, but I only know the big shot by the ear. You've never visited this humble shop of yours, maybe to buy some medicine? Medicine? Why, lad, a man in Cubus's position would probably send a boy for this type of task. Believe me when I say I don't know anything about Bros. Crispin? Mr. Crispin, you had this establishment for very long? Yes, my boy, I've spent more than half my life dedicated to my business. Even if my youthful appearance says otherwise, it's been some long years. People pass by, tell me their life afflictions, and I hear everything with a lot of curiosity and patience. All for the sake of finding a solution, of course. You do seem like a very good chatter. I talk with everything and everyone. I even talk with my safe. Since you're so dedicated to your pharmacy, I believe you spend most of your time here, right? Of course, I have full dedication to my esteemed establishment. Interesting. Therefore, you must have seen something, or maybe even heard it last night. After all, we have a crime scene right by your esteemed pharmacy. I don't know anything about this, my boy. I know that I had a meeting somewhere else, so I wasn't at the pharmacy last night. You just say you had a full dedication to your establishment? I did, but I also have other matters to care for, and unexpected things happen, you know. Please, can we change the subject? Interesting. Mr. Crispin, you seem to be an experienced pharmacist, knowledgeable in all kinds of medicine. Modesty aside, I have considerable knowledge, my boy. Right, and I'd like to know the opinion of an expert on a matter of my interest. What do you have to say about that Posthumous' plaster? What? But how did you find out about the plaster? I mean, where did you hear about this? Model of it was found in the alley by your pharmacy. What do you know about the plaster? No, I mean, I wouldn't know how to answer anything specific about it. I could only tell you that what any respectable pharmacist could, that it's not listed as a licensed medicine. But as I said, my boy, any seller worth half a dime could tell you the same. Do you know what it does? Evidently not. Look, lad, how could I talk about something I don't know the composition of? It'd be extremely irresponsible of me and dangerous. The chemistry of medical compounds is a rather complicated science. I'd rather not play guessing games of that nature. Change the subject? Young man, I must leave for a minute. Come back later if it's not too much trouble. Sure. Suspicious. Where you going? Where you going, huh? I'm stalking you. I'm absolutely stalking you. Whoop! Sorry. Did you just notice I was too close? Yeah, this is a tailing mission. Or not? Worried man? What the hell? Is this person drunk or a zombie? They gotta be drunk. Eavesdrop? Little fellow has a familiar face. Oh, it can't be. I need to throw this away right now. Huh? Oh, someone will clean that up. Wow, don't just knock the trash can over and just be like, oh, that's somebody else's problem. Jerk. I thought we were talking about this person. Euphoric lunatic. Look at me, I'm Posthumous in the flesh. Posthumous. Definitely in flesh and bone and underpants. Especially underpants. That doesn't sound right. Okay. Trash can. Chris been through something here. Looks like a crumpled piece of paper. Must be here somewhere. Let's see. Found it. Notes discarded by Crispin. What do these drawings mean? Is that aloe vera? Interesting. Has been really seemed committed in getting rid of this. What would I need aloe vera for? I was gonna go ask for an alibi on if you did actually get the eclairs. Okay. Let's go into Helena's cafe and ask about the eclairs. That seems like a logical next step, right? Welcome back, sir. Anything else? They're out of stock. I don't need anything else. I thought I could just ask you, like, does Crispin often come in for, like, eclairs? But I guess it wants me to buy an eclair, maybe? It, like, unlocked it as, you know, an option now. Okay, where's this key? You know what? It's getting late. Time is constantly progressing. We need to go over here to the Midnight Club, because that's clearly where the thing is from. Midnight Club. 22H, Sophia Straw, meet and greet. 22 hours. Dig it. Do. You have business here? Not that I know of. So scram! Alright. I don't have a ticket. I need a ticket. Alright, we're running back this way. Yeah, having to worry about optimizing your time so aggressively here, because Seance of Blake Manor also had a time mechanic, but it, like, barely came. Like, you had too much time. Quite frankly. Ooh, wait. Pharmacy back door. They're not guarding the alley now. They've cleaned up the crime scene. I can go in. Enter. Door's unlocked, so I'll just go inside. What's this on the floor? Oh, it looks like a handkerchief. It's stained with blood-stained handkerchief bearing initials. N.A. Blood. It's definitely blood. It's definitely blood. I don't know why I screwed that up. This has already cleaned up the alley, yet they managed to leave this evidence behind. Real sharp work. So, I'm going in. Okay, well I'm glad they left that. Oh, Well, the safe probably needs a combination. Am I crazy or is the safe trying to tell me something? Didn't even have anything. Imagine if I had. Well, I have the numbers here, but it doesn't say directions. It doesn't say directions, because that could be a safe combination, but it doesn't tell me left, right, or what. So that's not super helpful yet. It's like an old picture. Let me take a closer look. Ew, so dusty. Bet this portrait hasn't been cleaned in 20 years. Okay. Workstation? The table where the pharmaceutical mixes his medications. It's like all the ingredients from the formula that Crispin threw away are here. Yeah, so aloe. I did call that. Pinch of aloe vera. Camphor? Bit of camphor. Laudanum? Oh my god. A little bit of laudanum. I mean, this was used a lot around this time period, but I think laudanum can have some negative effects, and back then people were just kind of popping it for whatever. It's just a general thing to just take during the day, I believe. I believe it was like the nobility and the rich. Like, it was just seen as like something you just took throughout the day. If you just had a headache or anything, you popped some laudanum. But I might be wrong on this. And then rhubarb. Touch of rhubarb. Bottoms up. Be strong, detective. I would not do that. Oh my. What is that noise coming from the safe? Oh, we are messed up. Open counter? Oh, the strength for this right now. Oh, we took the good stuff. Hey, why are you staring at me, safe? You want me to feel guilty for breaking in? And don't you feel guilty? Whoa, you can talk. I shouldn't have drank that thing. Really shouldn't have. Shouldn't have broken in my domain either. Are you my conscience? Am I dreaming? Maybe you are, maybe not. No, I'm your creation, just like you were somebody else's creation once. Somebody else's creation? I don't feel so good. Please give me some answers before I feel sick. How about Crispin's secrets? Should you keep inside, or will you confuse me even more with philosophy? Answers are easy to get, but not the ones you really need. Try finding answers where they don't exist. Doubt your certainties. There are more secrets to be uncovered in this story. I'll take a look at this file, then be on your way. Termination contract between Crispin and Posthumous. File that a safe gave me, along with a sermon, of course. Rio de Janeiro, December 17th, 1936. The parties represented by Posthumous and Crispin Suarez are in common agreement for the dissolution of their corporate relations concerning the Posthumous plaster brand, as well as commercialization and future earnings. So you definitely knew. I could also see this like kind of water effect that's on the screen right now because we're drunk, making some people maybe a little bit sick trying to read this text doing this. I'm not really someone that's bothered by these things, but I could see it bothering some. Thank you. Good luck. Safe. It's gone, and now I'm very sleepy. What is this recipe? I think Crispin won't mind if I just lie over here for a bit. Damn, we really got the strong stuff. Oh my god! My key! Oh, that's... yeah, so I lost it. And then you're gonna talk to me? Oh, this game is so cool. Finally, you got to the part that matters in this game. I was anxious to see how long you would take on your first time. Odd expression on your face. You must be asking yourself, who am I, aren't you? In case you haven't yet deducted it, I am Posthumous himself. Yes, the victim. I'm also the author of the letter you received this morning, and as such, your current client. This is neat. The author of the letter in the flesh. Actually, maybe not in the flesh. I'll judge your deduction abilities based on this mistake. I understand the situation is very unusual. Let's get straight to the point. Welcome to Limbo. But what is Limbo, you must be asking yourself? It's the beginning and the end of your journey, a source of information, direction, answers. It's the Velvet Room. And all that happened here is designed by me. Just as it was on the outside, before they reduced me to an early obituary. But that won't be an issue. With your insistence and my cunning, we'll analyze your findings here until we solve the most important mystery. Who framed Roger Rabbit? The mystery of my demise. That sounds complex now, don't be afraid. You'll have more than enough time. One day.
Huh?
What? You think that's not enough? I'd expect you to think so at the beginning. One day must not seem like much for a mystery as sordid as this one, but don't worry. You'll have this one day as many times as you wish. We'll have many attempts to complete the missing pieces of my last narrative. Very well. Imagine you're honored to help me get to the bottom of this puzzle. So, how about we examine your performance for the day, detective? What do you have to show me? So that's the interesting thing about this as well. We're also doing like a Groundhog Day thing where we're reliving this same day over and over again and we have to do different things with our time. So very cool. Investigation board. Detective, you better bring me every statement from our suspects. Don't even think about protecting them. There'll be no rest until we're done with this investigation. Ask for a hint? Leave? Bros? What if you don't want to repeat the same day over and over? This option's not in the program. Don't waste your time considering it. We would waste the chance of working directly with the brilliant Bros Cubus. Besides, you'll uncover and expose every dirt of every stingy scoundrel in Rio de Janeiro. Who wouldn't want to do that? Is for a hint? See the crowd in front of the place of my demise early this morning? Make sure you talk to everyone who walks by. After all, they say the murderer always returns to the crime scene. Interesting. So you can get hints here, but you don't need to. This is all very good. We can't actually discuss too much currently, but let's leave. Be waiting for your return since I have nothing better to do. It gave me a tutorial on that. Maybe I should have tried clicking on it again because I didn't actually do too much with it. Limbo. Same day. This is too odd even for a dream. Let's confirm if this is real. Alright, that seems like a fantastic plot to stop the demo. It's like a good hook, and, you know, if anyone's interested in seeing where it goes, they can check out the game themselves, because this is super cool. Very, 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 very cool game. Thanks again to the developers for reaching out with this one, and I'll put the link to the game in the description if you want to check it out yourself. It is already released, I believe. I think it released, I want to say the 31st of March is when it released, but highly recommended from me so far. It seems like it's set up to be quite a cool narrative kind of detective adventure, and it has the added effect of having the whole Groundhog Day mechanic going on, where you're reliving and you kind of optimize and make changes and explore different things and start to slowly unravel all the events of the mystery. So very cool. Good music, good aesthetics. Seems very, very cool in like the writing and narrative department so far, at least from what I have currently seen. It seems like an interesting premise. So for people that like games like Duck Detective and stuff, I think this one is a must play for those people. So alrighty, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for something else.